Hello, it's Kelly Timecat. Today I'm going to talk about The Bicycle 2015. I love road trip movies, whatever the means of travel, and as the title suggests, this is a long-distance cycle ride. The movie opens with Carly Mae Borgstrom, one of the two stars, singing a fairly simple song about a bicycle, almost as if the bike was a person. Curiously enough, in the credits, the bike is listed as played by himself, which I found a little amusing. Perhaps she's describing her lover as a two-wheeled human-powered vehicle. That's the impression I got from the lyrics. While she's singing, the other actor, Akin Sipal, is riding a bike through a European town. I assume Akin's character, Mark, is in Berlin at the start. There are plenty of clips showing him in different locations, and when he's in the countryside, he tells some vegetable pickers that he's cycling to Paris. It's a long way. A farm worker asks him, "Could you not afford a bus pass?" I once hitched a lift from Rostock in Germany to Brussels, and that was 700 kilometres. And looking at the map, it's well over 1,000 kilometres from Berlin to Paris. I'm not sure where he sleeps, as it would take many days to cover this distance. An earlier timeline is introduced. To start with, I wasn't sure, but it soon became clear that the structure of the story was based on segued flashbacks. Mark is in Paris with Carly Mae's character, Antonia, and they wander through the city. They sit together in parks or squares, enjoy music, observe joyful gatherings of people celebrating in community events. They climb up the Eiffel Tower, and the spectacular view from up there, along with many of the other clips, evoke thoughts and feelings from when I've visited the French capital. I've done so twice, and it's been a long time, so I'd really like to hop on Eurostar and go there again. Aside from this wonderful travelogue aspect of the story, there's the observation of characters, and I've found this fascinating. Mark and Antonia are in a relationship, but they don't rub along together too well. The emotional differences between the two is stark. Mark is moody, and he doesn't seem willing to express his feelings in any depth. He's a chain smoker, and when I first noticed that, I thought back to the first time I ever saw a cyclist smoking. It struck me as contradictory, as cycling is such an active form of transport. You need good lung capacity for a start, and yet he seems to live on cigarettes. He's always reaching for another packet, and he perhaps depends upon it for stress relief, because at one point he complains when Antonia wants to talk about things in detail, emotional stuff. Antonia comes across as an exuberant, happy person, very likeable, I thought, most of the time. She wants to buy him a jacket, a green jacket, and he's not keen. And then there's this bicycle, and she argues it would be useful for getting around the city. She's very affectionate towards him, much more, I thought, than he is towards her. This is where the tension builds up because of the lack of reciprocity. She is perplexed by Mark's sullen approach to life. She continually asks him what's wrong, and he rebuffs her attention, often with blunt moodiness, if not abject anger. He suggests she is controlling him and needs someone else. It's a little painful to watch as they fall out, but as much as I try to sympathise with Mark's side of the relationship, he doesn't appear willing to open up emotionally at all. I think I've been on both sides of this equation at times in my life, in different circumstances. There are plenty of Brits like this, and the whole ethos of the stiff upper lip affects so many people in Britain, but elsewhere too. It's perhaps easier to bottle it up, to suppress feelings. It becomes a habit. For many people, they've been brought up without being able to explore their emotions, certainly talk about them with other people. It can become self-destructive, and I think smoking and some of other Mark's behaviour reveals how unhealthy it can be. Although there is a great deal of humour, there's also an underlying sadness in this narrative. Overall, I really loved it. It was a marvellous story. Kind of strange ending, but it fitted it. I could see the symbolism, the final scene, what happens. And whilst I might not agree with what happens, I can see why it happened. So there's humour and sadness. There's a lot of emotion explored throughout the film. And I'd give it a score of 9 out of 10. Again, I'm tending to review the films I like the most, and this is up there. Just seen it. There's a few films I've seen a few weeks back that I'm still mulling over that we'll be reviewing, but this I've only just seen and it's up there. It's one of my favourites from January, and later this month I will be doing a review, a blog in which I explore some of the other films probably have had less impact on me, or some that I'm still thinking about, I'm still pondering over. So thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think if you've seen this film. Bye for now. Bye.